This presentation is over author's purpose, and for this video I have color-coded what you need to write in green. So make sure whatever is in green you write down. You will notice the focus for this is author's purpose, so what do you think the title of your Cornell note should be? Hint, hint, hint. And then on the left-hand side, you're going to put each element of pie, okay? So on the left-hand side, you will put what the P is, I, and E, and on the right, you will put the information that goes with it, okay? So author's purpose, when you're thinking of author's purpose, try to remember the phrase pie. There are 3 reasons an author will write. They will write to persuade, they will write to inform, they will write to entertain. So make sure when you're writing these down, you leave enough space so you can write the notes on the right-hand side. So again, persuade, inform, and entertain. So we're going to start with number 1, which is persuade. The goal of a persuasive piece is to get the reader to agree with their perspective. So remember, we're talking about the writer. The writer wants the reader to agree with their perspective. How can you do that? As an author, you tend to have bias towards the topic. So what does that mean? If you are really for something, you are going to highlight all the positives of it. If you are really against something, you're going to highlight or focus on the negatives. You're not going to show the topic equally. You are going to skew the data so you focus on either the strengths or the weaknesses to get the reader to agree with you. So moving on, a persuasive piece tends to include 3 different elements. So it will make appeals that hit different parts of a reader. So the first appeal would be logos, or applying to a reader's logic, ethos, which are ethical appeals, and pathos, which are emotional appeals. You don't have to know those 3 types of appeals, but this is where I'm putting it in. So examples, when you watch commercials, they are showing you positives of a product. They want you to buy that product. They're trying to persuade you. Political campaigns, the candidate is trying to persuade you to vote for them. Or if you see some of those really negative ads, they're trying to persuade you to not vote for their opponent. The second part, so we went over P, now we are on to the I in pie, which is to inform. The goal of an informational piece is to educate or provide information to the reader. So this is a balanced argument. A writer that writes an informational piece is allowing the reader to draw their own conclusion. They're not trying to skew the data. They're presenting everything and letting you take away from it. Where do you see informational pieces? Well, when you read your social studies or your science textbook, you are being informed. When you read different autobiographies, the goal normally is to inform. Some are sensationalized, but the overall goal is to inform. And also a manual. When you get a manual for your new phone or a TV or a gaming system, it comes with a manual to teach you how to use it. So it's informing you. It's not trying to skew you anyway. It's just to inform you. So we went through the P, the I, and now we are on the E, which is to entertain. So the goal when an author is writing to entertain is to hold the reader's attention through a pleasurable experience. So most of what we will read in communication arts is a piece where the author is trying to entertain. Now, is that the only thing we will read? No, but our novels will fall into this purpose. When you are reading a piece that's meant to entertain, you will notice different literary elements, and it is used to help capture the reader's attention. So you will see a plot, I hope. You will see character development. You will see settings. You will see conflicts. You will see all of those lovely devices that we talk about in communication arts. So some examples: The Outsiders, The Giver, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Any novel that you will pick up most likely is a piece that's meant to entertain. So most of you aren't gravitating towards an informational text. Most of you, when you pick something up, are reading it to be entertained. So when we talk about author's purpose, you need to remember PI. You need to remember what each part stands for. So P is to persuade, I is to inform, E is to entertain. So make sure you have all of those in your notes. If you listen to this, took the notes, and are still confused, you need to come see me either during HAP, before, or after school. But thanks for watching, guys. You did a nice job.